Todos estamos preocupados e indignados por el panorama político, económico y social.
Most of the material was shot by ourselves. We had to go to some locations and movements several times to get the, to find the focus of the stories, also to gain the trust of the activists, because in the beginning you cannot go into all these movements like this with the camera and just expect to get into the core of the movements. But then at the second, third time we managed to do it and won the hearts of the activists, also because of the fact that we managed to convince them of this, that we didn't want to exploit them. We didn't want to make a film about them, quickly sell it and get famous with it, but we wanted to make a real and authentic film about their movements, about their goals, about their aims, about their lives, something that they could identify with, So that's why we managed to quickly gain their trust, and we just went to Spain. We just went 3-4 times to New York. We went 2 times. So we shot like probably 75% of the material ourselves. Some of the material was provided to us by the users, by activists themselves, because we very early in the process started to have this platform and a pre-version of the current website where people could upload things or where people could send us links. So for example, the Syrian material you see in the film, the very shaky, bad quality handycam material was provided to us by the movements. There is no other footage of this. So this is the pure original documentation of these actions, or of some of these actions. So this was another part of the material, and to some countries we couldn't go because it was too dangerous. For example, to Syria at some point, and the movement, our activist Ahmad, who fled the country, he was already out. So we had to somehow reconstruct the actions that they did. And Iran was also a difficult case because there the people were really afraid. They didn't really want to do anything in front of the camera and tell stories, and it was all really, now they're very careful because the repression and the force of the government is very complex there, very strong. So we had to find a way around this problem, and we wrote this story together with an Iranian girl about, about the symbolic person that is living under these conditions, but still finds a way to be resisting, to make nonviolent resistance and to show that she's not okay with what happens. So these were the common problems, and then it wasn't too difficult to get in contact with the people. I mean, we were very lucky to meet early in the process Srđan Popović, who was one of the main figures of the Serbian movement Otpor, who overthrew Milosevic. So he made some contacts to activists he knew, because he's being invited. He's like a non-violent consultant. He's been a strategist. He's being invited by movements to pass on his knowledge of nonviolent resistance. And we got in contact with over him with several other people of other movements. And then it was really like one person led to the next person, and some places we just went to see what happens. To some degree, it's also very important as documentary filmmakers to just jump into the action, and see what happens. And this is also one of the magic things about documentary filmmaking, is that you don't plan everything very much in advance. You just sometimes see where fate takes you.
Everyday Rebellion is a project about a way of being, a way of looking at the the world. And in this way, all the countries are connected, all the activists are connected. We didn't want to dig deep into each country's political backgrounds and so on, because this is permanently changing. It's useless to say how is the situation, who is now fighting whom in Syria, because it's not clear to answer this. So we decided to make a project about a state of being, a way of living, and in this way all these activists are connected, and some of them are really connected, some of them are only connected in their hearts and in their minds and in their political beliefs of a better future, of a more just world.